Hippity hoppity happy first day of spring. One of my favorite things, I love this about the spring, is that I will go on like a new bloom hunt kind of walk, and I will look for evidence of rebirth and spring and all of the new buds and blooms. And on this kind of walk, I really take my time. I'm not in a rush. I slow my pace down quite a bit, and I have my phone ready to take a picture of all of the evidence that I find, showing me that spring is coming. It is okay to be in winter. It is wonderful to choose to bloom. And it's incredible to watch how you can just like let go of things for different seasons, and you can see how that ties into your life and the change that occurs continuously. Like when you wake up every day in the spring, and it's like someone's controlling the hue of the color outside, and it slowly becomes more and more green every day. And just noticing those little things, those little changes, the little sprouts is just so exciting. And it's such a reminder for us as we are observing all of this happening that that can happen for us as well. All of those little changes, all of the little budding moments, all of the turning up the hue and turning up our power and turning up ourselves, right? And just letting ourselves become more and more light, brighter, more brilliant. I love it. There's something about the first day of spring that I just simply adore. I would also love to hear from you. You can drop a comment or DM me anytime. What are your favorite spring activities? Do you have any rituals that you do for spring? Do you have like traditions that you do in the springtime? We attempted to go get our free Ritas, but the line was seriously so long that we just drove around the block to a local parlor for ice cream and got the ice cream, and I think I like that a little bit better, honestly. But we tried the whole free Ritas thing for the first time actually ever. We usually don't do Ritas because of the line, and it was just like clearly we're just gonna go get ice cream anyway. So let me know, what are your springtime traditions and rituals? Mine is the hike to go find the evidence of rebirth, and I really like to focus, especially on the moon phase. And right now, all of the cosmos and astrological happenings are happening. Like, seriously, if you're catching up with any of that between the eclipse and another eclipse, and it's craziness. But I really like to focus on kind of like that change from winter to spring, of like, what did winter show me to bring into spring, and what seriously needs to be a full rebirth, just like the flowers. Like, what am I pulling up through my stem into my bud and blooming for this season? And a lot of times it's easy to look at New Year's as a place to goal set, because that's what we know, that's what society tells us to do, is to always set your goal in January and to have your resolution picked out and to change your entire life by January 3rd, and if you don't, you're a failure. Well, here's where I also like to bring in letting go, because we are no longer going to focus on just January being the place and the only time and point of the whole year that we can set goals and set intentions and become intentional and look at things that we would like to do in the year, because that is another sign in spring is essentially a new year, right? So pulling that into all of this too just makes it a little bit more exciting, because you can look at what maybe, if anything, you put on your list in January and see, okay, what steps have I been taking? And just do like a little inventory of where you already are in this year. Did you set intentions in January? Did you not? My New Year's workshop that I run every January is open for the springtime. And I absolutely love this space because it brings in different perspectives. It brings in other ideas of how to set goals. And I'm not the typical set goals smart, those SMART goals. That's a whole nother tangent that I'll save for another podcast episode. Anyway, that is reopened, so if you would like to get into the New Year's workshop and freshen up your perspectives, look at some new ways to goal set that are, in my opinion, mind-blowing, because someone that never set a single goal ever until about 5 years ago, I was setting goals and reaching them like left and right, like just bada bing, bada boom, constantly. It was like a revolving door of just setting goals and reaching them. And it was all from the method that I teach in the New Year's workshop. There's tons of downloads in there and lots of opportunity for other free services that I offer. I just love it. It's something that all of my clients look forward to. They're like, I can't wait for the workshop. Are you hosting it? I'm like, yes, I'm hosting it. And I always like to pull out like the critiques or what the previous workshop was looking for more of to bring into the New Year's workshop. So if you'd like to get in there, DM me New Year's workshop on Instagram at Little Things Life Coach, and I will send you the entry details. And it's very like spot on for the springtime to really get rolling on your goal setting because of this energy, because of this notice of the blooms, and it kind of sparks something in you, doesn't it? Along the lines of letting go, today I really want to dig in to one of my many amazing workbooks that are all on mypayhip.com, and I will put the link to it in the show notes. But this one I really want to highlight right now specifically because of the letting go. Because of the shift and change of season, might really be pulling you to look through your life, to purge, to reorganize, to burn up a couple of things. And this workbook that I'm sharing with you today is the Burn After Writing. Have you ever, before I dive into the contents, written something down that you really wanted to let go of, and then safely, keyword, lit it on fire? Have you ever done that? Because it is extremely freeing, and I highly suggest that if you have the space to safely do this, preferably like outside, not on a windy day, and definitely not when there's like a no burn, like a burn ban restriction in your area, right? Safely burn it. It is amazing. It feels so good. So, diving into the Burn After Writing workbook, this is all focused specifically on people pleasing. However, you can apply this to absolutely anything that you are looking to let go of. Is it somebody? Is it what other people say? Is it the lack of control, the lack of boundary? Literally anything. Thoughts, beliefs, feelings, you name it, you want to let it go. This workbook is perfect for that, and I will tell you why. Not only are all of the practices in this different processes and like therapy-based, evidence-based practices that I've worked myself through, and I will dive into one of the contents here in a minute, but it's all things that I've worked myself through, that I've worked my clients through, that actually work. It's not just one of these things that you download and you're like, or it's also not one of the downloads that you get and you're like, wow, this is overwhelming and it's too much work. I'm not going to do it at all. The workbooks that I create and design are all therapeutic based. They're all something that I have either personally been through and walked myself through, or worked myself through with a client, or just my client itself. So it's all evident, right? It's nothing just like frou-frou. I never use AI. I never will for creating my workbooks. They are all designed by me, handpicked content by me, all by me. No copies, no anything. Some of the practices are from my personal therapy experience, and I have permission to share. So I want to dive in. What is holding you back? What's the first thing that just came to your head when I said that? What is holding you back? What do you want to release? What do you want to let go of? If there was like one thing that truly stands out in like the front of your mind when I ask those questions, write it down. I want to dive into the pages. This is exciting. It's one of my favorite things. Your power pack. I learned this from personal therapy. And again, I can share it with you. It's okay. So, I want you to think you're feeling constantly drained, just exhausted from people pleasing, from not putting yourself or your wants or your needs as any sort of priority. I don't even want to say first, just not even as a priority. You are not a priority in your own life, and you are exhausted from it. That's how you're feeling. Okay. Now, imagine Tony Stark, Iron Man. I love Iron Man. How does he survive? What is his power pack? His little circle. What is that? Really think and connect to this for a second, and I really hope you're a Marvel fan and know Iron Man. If you're not, Google it. What happens? What does Tony Stark do? What happens when someone tries to take that power pack from him? He protects that power pack more than his expensive cars or his fancy house. Why? Because it is his lifeline. That is essentially his heart. Now, I want you to take both of your hands and place it over your heart and just be there for a second. That is your power pack. That is your peace. Feel your peace. Do you want to protect your peace and your heart as much as Tony Stark? What would it look like for you to protect that? Are you just giving it away when people are pulling you to? Are you just giving your power away? Are you just hands up not protecting your power pack anymore? What would it look like for you to start protecting your peace? To take a stance, just like Iron Man, to protect your power pack. What would that look like? What would it feel like? If you just slowly stopped releasing, it's almost like hands up, I surrender. If you stop doing this and giving your power away in whatever form that looks like for you, the people pleasing, the saying yes, the saying no, the not setting boundaries, the not setting goals because of XYZ, if you stopped surrendering to all of the external and started protecting the internal, what would that do for you? And there's a whole page dedicated to that practice in the Burn After Writing workbook. My next page is one of my favorites, and it's your ship. And you are the captain of your ship. You are holding the helm, you are steering it, and you get to decide what you want to listen to, what you want to absorb, what you claim as your own direction. And on this page, there are two columns. It is what they say and what you say. And what I want you to do here is take what others have told you that you have just kind of embraced as your own truth, as your own belief, as your own perspective of yourself, the world, whatever it is. What is their way? And what are you saying? You know what? Hold up. This is my way. I am the captain of my ship. This is my way. This is how we are navigating from here on out. What is it that you want to hold and feel and believe and think about yourself, about anything? We're going to scratch their way out, and we're going to redefine and claim our way, our thoughts, our beliefs. And this is huge when you are bringing in especially feelings or those past moments of you did this wrong, of you're not good enough, because all of these other people weren't healed enough to help you, right? Hurt people, healed people, help people, right? So taking all of that hurt and twisting it and changing your perspective into, you know what, this is my way, and claiming it. That page is fantastic for that. Next, there are two art therapy pages that I've created, and one came from after, this was amazing, after a lantern festival that my husband and I went to for date night. Incredible, to say the least. Like, I could feel the power of lighting that thing on fire and releasing what I needed to release. It was just so impactful that I still like can feel that feeling of lighting this lantern on fire, which was so scary. And it was raining, so the lantern was damp and the tiki torches were blowing out. Whatever, it was crazy. But I'm lighting this thing on fire, and then you have to let it fill with the hot air, and it'll kind of like poof and poof, not like engulf, but like poof, and the lantern like itself expands and then flows away. And it's beautiful. And then just all of these lanterns with everyone else's words on them. You get to write down like what you want to let go of, what you're calling in, that kind of thing. They didn't really give us too much direction. It was just like, you can write on it if you want. So watching all of these lanterns fly away safely, it was controlled. People went to pick them up. It's very eco-friendly what we went to. We watched them pick them all up. We all cleaned up before we left. There was like zero mess as we were leaving, even though it was pitch black. We did a fantastic job. Anyway, I digress. So watching everybody's lanterns and let goes ofs just blowing away. So this art therapy page is based exactly on that, and you get to fill in little lanterns. I love it. It's amazing. Of what you want to let go of. What is it that you want to let go of? What's no longer serving you? Are you going to let go of continuously saying sorry? Like, oh, sorry, I'm here. We're going to let go of that. Let's write that down on our lantern and imagine it blowing away. I love it. So powerful. Yes. What else can you write on that lantern and watch it blow away? Just blow away. What would it be? What would it be? The second art therapy page, and I have a pro tip little thing in the corner of this page, is that you can print this page multiple times. That's why I love my workbooks. You can download it once and use it in whatever mode or modality that you want. You can print it, you can use it digitally, you can print it as many times as you want. You can print out specific pages once, multiple times, whatever. You can keep it on your phone. I have a few specific ones that I keep on my phone that, like, if I'm traveling, it's great to plug into. I can erase it on my notes app and redo it again and again and again whenever the time arrives that I feel I need to get the things out and to do those practices and processes again, it's right there for me. Love it. Love it. But this one you can print out as many times as you want, and it is a blank outline of a head. And this is for who is holding you back. Who do you want to let go of? Who in your life would you like to scribble their face and say, you no longer have control over me, I'm letting you go? This page is for that. And I could have probably printed out at least 8 pages of this if I wanted to. And it's like, hey, you know what? I can rip this up when I'm done and throw it away. I can cut it into 6 billion pieces and toss it in the trash. Burn After Writing Workbook. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorites. It's one of the best sellers, honestly, and I would love for you to download your own copy, so the link for that is in the show notes. If that's a little too confusing, feel free to DM me anytime and I will send you the direct link. And just as a heads up, on the last page of most of my workbooks, there is some kind of resource for you to connect with me further, whether it be get to me via email, my resources link. But this specific one has a QR code that sends you to my WhatsApp. And this is a space that I designed specifically to manage my daily chat service. And I will dive into that briefly because I'm keeping you here a while and I don't want to keep you much longer. My daily chat service is something that I created. I had never seen another service like this. And it's something that I was thinking of as I was navigating my time through my own personal therapy quite a few years ago. And I'm like, you know what? My therapist isn't available all the time, which amazing, right? Like we don't want our therapist to be on our hips 24/7, but how cool would it be if I did have some support on my hip 24/7? Because we can only talk to our partners so much. We can only call our friends, our moms, our parents, our support system so much, right? Until it becomes like, you have told me about this problem like 8 billion and 2 times. Like, what? Like, sometimes we just need a life coach in our pocket. So that is what Daily Chat is. It's a pay-to-play service where you send me $25, either Venmo or PayPal. And if you DM me, I'll send you all the details. On whatever day, a heads up might be nice because some days are a little too jammed. But you pay to play on an agreed day, hopefully. If it's an emergency, let me know. And you hop in the WhatsApp and you vent, you brain dump, you get everything from your mind and your heart out. And you can either say, hey, I just want to vent on this and just get it out. Can you reply to me in a supportive way? Or you can say, hey, Linz, I'd really love some guidance today. I need a little extra encouragement. I need a little extra support. And this is fantastic for mindset, scheduling, any kind of like goal maintenance that you're working on, any life change, any kind of life transition that you're going through. A good one that I like to example my daily chat on is I'm going from this job to that job and I can't get my routine down. Can you help me pinpoint where some of my areas of my day might be tweaked a bit more to benefit me? That kind of, hey, I just need some further support. I need some maintenance in my mindset. My day is just not right. My week's been funky. That kind of thing is what I created Daily Chat for. So the end of Burn After Writing Workbook connects you right to that designated space. If you would like to further set up any kind of schedule for that, or just say, hey, Lynn's looking for a daily chat, what day do you have open? That works perfectly. And then we can go into further details of like, I just need a half a day, and we can tweak it and work out whatever kind of daily chat service is going to serve you best. And I love it too because therapy is maybe once or twice a week in the beginning, maybe, and then it dwindles down to like once every other week. And there are just some days to where, yes, you could wait for your next session. However, like you just want that little bit of extra like reassurance that the work that you're doing in therapy is holding, or the work that you're doing in your personal development is it sticking? Is it what's working for you? Like a soundboard almost, right? And I designed this to be in your back pocket whenever, essentially, within reason, that you would need that to be there for you. That's what it is. So, I hope that you loved hearing about the Burn After Writing workbook. I really think that with this new bloom of spring, adding this into your weekend or a nighttime with a hot cup of tea would really benefit you to see what little areas in your life that you really do want to let go of some things and start letting it go. DM me anytime on Instagram at Little Things Life Coach. I'll pop all the other details in the show notes, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks again for your listener support. I love having you here. So excited to relaunch this podcast and be doing this with you guys. Remember, before you go, fully, there's always someone believing in you. If you can't find that person, be that person.